Hi guys, this is Brad Lincoln, Education Agent for Pathway to Oz, with another one of Brad's quick bits. Okay, so some of you who follow our YouTube channel may have seen I did a video on the Job Outlook website, which is an Australian government website, basically designed to give you a real insight into different careers and the industries within Australia and some really in-depth information about these options. It was a pretty popular video, and so I thought I'd do a bit of a part 2 on this with just some of our other really popular courses to give you a bit of an insight into those careers and basically what's available to you after you do your study in Australia. I've just picked another 3, as I said, pretty popular ones that we seem to deal with quite a bit. But guys, always, check out, and there's a lot more information about this in the first video, but check out that Job Outlook website. It is full of so much great information and will really help you if you're not sure what it is you want to study or what you want to do in the future in Australia. It's going to give you some great insight. Okay, but let's get started with Automotive Mechanic, and we're talking light vehicle with this one. The full-time work hours on average for a light vehicle mechanic in Australia are approximately around 44 hours per week, which is just the standard average full-time work hours. The number of people working as a mechanic in Australia grew moderately and is expected to stay quite stable over the next 5 years, so still a lot of opportunity out there within the automotive field. Mechanics have a high proportion of full-time employment, with 90% of people within this industry working on a full-time basis. And on average, automotive mechanics get paid around $1,436 per week, so some good money to be made. Okay, next up we have enrolled nurse. So the average hours of an enrolled nurse is 42 hours per week, which is a little bit lower than the standard. The number of people working as enrolled nurses grew very strongly. Okay, this industry is growing by the day. One of the main reasons for this is because Australia has a very big aging population. So the aged care sector is, it's big now. In the next 10 to 20 years, it's gonna be huge. So the need for nurses is massive. So yeah, it's expected to grow very strongly over the next 5 years. Enrolled nurses have a bit of a below average proportion of full-time employment at only 43%. Now this is just due to the fact a lot of nurses work for agencies, and it's an industry that's built on a lot of contracts. So contract-based employment. So the full-time employment numbers do look a bit lower compared to the average, but still a lot of work out there. Now, on average, enrolled nurses are paid generally around $1,426 per week. So as you can see, very well paid profession, and you still get to work a few hours under that average. All right, and finally, we have civil engineering Draftperson. Now, this is one of my favorite courses, of course. I do talk about it quite a bit. But full-time workers as a civil engineering Draftperson generally work around 42 hours per week. So again, a little bit less than the 44-hour full-time average. The number of people working as a civil engineering Draftperson has been quite stable over the last 5 years and is expected to stay quite stable with small elements of growth, especially within regional areas. Now, draftspeople have a very high proportion of full-time employment, with 89% of people within that industry working on a full-time basis. And on average, a civil engineering Draftperson is paid at least $1,574 per week. So again, very good money to be made working within that sector. So guys, I hope that does give you a bit more insight into the Job Outlook, and I will try to do a few more of these videos on different professions, especially the ones we sort of specialize in and we see our clients enrolling in here in Australia, because that's going to be the most benefit to you. But as always, if you do have any other questions or want to explore your study options in Australia, please never hesitate to contact the team at Pathway to Oz via phone, Facebook, website, or email. Thanks.